Uh... Oh my gosh, I got a letter! Whoa!
Dear Henry Clay, I just finished taking my AP US history test, and Mr. Triolo wanted us to find an important person from history and compare our personalities with them. I remembered you from time periods 4 and 5, and I thought you were pretty cool. Then I googled you, not like a stalker or anything.
Huh, what's Google?
And the website said your personality type was an ENFJ. And guess what? I'm an ENFJ too!
Oh, Google must be one of those newfangled technologies from that market revolution. Whippersnappers these days, am I right? Okay, what does Isabel say next?
And this is actually true. I took the test. And so, I thought we must be pretty similar. I feel like I'm already really connected with you, but Mr. Triolo needs us to have historical evidence about your personality. Do you want to get ice cream and talk about what other ways we are similar? You need to teleport to the 21st century, so press the button and jump into the portal. I hope it doesn't break. See you soon, Isabel.
Ooh, I really do like ice cream, especially with fans. It is a harsh life as a senator celebrity. Should I press this button? Boink. Ooh, I hope I don't die. Looks like I'll need a running start. Boing, boing, boing. Woo.
Henry Clay, you made it! I wasn't sure if the portal was gonna work, because I might have broken it the other day when I traveled to the Gilded Age and almost lost it. Who knew Andrew Carnegie liked to steal things?
Huh?
Never mind, but why are you in black and white? I thought only photographs used to be in black and white.
No, the whole world was in black and white in my time.
Then how did everything turn into color?
Well, that's a good question, child. It's a long story. Also, it's too complicated for me to explain right now. Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, I can't believe the only ice cream they have here is mint chip.
I know, of all flavors. It's so gross.
Gross.
So, what did you want to talk about again?
Well, I thought we could make a list about everything that makes us and our personalities similar.
Okay, cool. I think I have a pen somewhere. Let's see. Aha, here's one. So, many people know me as the Great Compromiser and the Great Pacificator. I'm from Kentucky and was first elected for senator when I was younger than 30 in 1806. I was also elected to the House of Representatives and became the Speaker of the House, then was Secretary of State from 1825 to 1829 for John Quincy Adams. In 1831, I returned to the Senate and worked there for 16 years, as I became the longest one to serve as the Speaker of the House during the 1800s. And guess what? In 1957, John F. Kennedy even called me one of the greatest senators in history.
Wow, that is very interesting. I'm not a senator though, so we can't add that to our list. Maybe you could elaborate on your title as the Great Compromiser?
Absolutely. Hopefully you remember from APUSH that when Missouri applied for statehood, the country was divided over whether it would be a slave state or a free state, as either would upset the balance in Congress. So, I took charge and led the Compromise of 1820, admitting both Maine as a free state and Missouri as a slave state, then establishing that no slavery would be allowed above the 3630 line. I am great at compromising. And the same thing happened for the Compromise of 1850. I was known to hold together the Union, and this compromise admitted California as a free state, established popular sovereignty in New Mexico and Utah, ended the slave trade in D.C., and enforced the Fugitive Slave Act.
Nice.
And when I died, I was so honored that I was the first person with a funeral ceremony at the Capitol Rotunda. During one of his sermons, they said that at 3 different times has a union been endangered, and 3 times has he been prominent in its rescue. The first was the admission of Missouri into the Union, the second was the attitude assumed by South Carolina, and the last is that crisis which we have just passed. Isn't that great?
Hey, that is something we can add to our list. I am also good at compromising, especially with friends and siblings. With friends, I tend not to be one of the ones who is fighting, but the one between the two. I think that started when I was in elementary school and would always be between 2 friend groups or 2 friends who didn't really like each other, but I would get along with both of them. Let's add that to the list.
Yes, we are both great at compromising and finding the middle ground. Me, by saving the union a couple times, and you with your friends and siblings. I am also a very charming fellow, and I try to put aside differences in political opinions when I spend time with people, as I have many friends and am admired by many, including some enemies. I am very sympathetic, and I think this is shown by all the gifts I get. This one time, I was struggling financially with a mortgage on my farm because of an agricultural depression, but some anonymous friends paid $25,750 to clear it for me. Wow.
I don't think I'm admired that much, but I do try to be nice to everyone. I am also very empathetic and often find ways to relate to people. I'll add that to our list too. Okay, what would you say your weaknesses are? Or your negative traits?
Ooh, that's a tough one. But I guess that sometimes I can be overly ambitious. I ran for president 3 times, and it was kind of all-consuming, honestly.
Me too. Sometimes I think I can do more than I actually can do, especially with projects and homework and extracurriculars. Maybe I kind of overreach without much thought about my sleep.
Tap, tap. Isabel?
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Maybe we can get up and go for a walk while we talk about this one.
I don't think I'm gonna finish this ice cream, though. I really don't like mint chip ice cream.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's another thing we should add to the list. We both really don't like mint chip ice cream. Blah. We're walking in the park.
I can also be very hot-tempered, and although I am generally kind, compromising, and admired, I do have my enemies.
I totally agree. Usually it is really hard for me to dislike someone, but there are sometimes people who I clash with. And if I bicker with someone, I can sometimes be harsh and hot-tempered. I don't try to hide my opinions, especially around people I know well. But if I argue with my sisters, we always forgive each other very soon, like no more than a few hours after. And I usually don't get in many fights with my friends.
For me, it's that Andrew Jackson. I think our relationship is even worse than Hamilton's and Jefferson's. I think that it all started that time when I criticized his military campaign in Florida in 1819.
Ooh! Gasp! Jackson?
You're the basest, meanest scoundrel that ever disgraced the image of his god, and you can quote me on that.
Jackson, I think you dropped the Constitution and the Bank of the United States at your feet. Ha ha ha.
Ah!
And in return, of course, I call him ignorant, passionate, hypocritical, corrupt, and easily swayed by the basest men around him.
Yeah, but when I get in a fight with someone, I usually forgive them easily. I can be hot-tempered in the moment, but in the end, I have to forgive them.
Ha! Ha 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 ha! I don't think I really forgave Jackson at all. He beat me in the election of 1832.
So it looks like we were both emotional and can be hot-tempered at times, but one difference is that I don't hold grudges as much as you do. Well, I think that's a good list. Wow, we have a lot of stuff in common, especially about how we relate to people very similarly, both positively and negatively. Thanks, Henry Clay. I hope I get a good grade on this assignment now that I've interviewed you. Don't forget to use the button to go back to 1850, by the way.
Oh yeah, no problem, Isabel. See you later.
Bye, Henry Clay.
I should probably get back to the 1850s now. Am I right? Boink. Why am I falling upwards? Phew! I do love fans. I never get fans as a senator, especially after losing to old Andrew Jackson. I didn't think people really remembered me. Ooh, I feel so popular.